Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles, and thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm going to do a crystal reading, and this is just a reading for the weekend for us all. And I am going to use my little bag of crystals. Now I've made a video about how you can do your own crystal readings, and this is all based on intuition. You don't need to know the properties of crystals or anything like that. You've just got to go with your feeling completely, and that is what I do completely on the spot for you all. And I was downstairs, and I was going to not do any videos today, but I just had a real calling to do this crystal one for us all, and I know some of you really like this idea. So I've got my little book that I can lean my crystals on, and I've got my crystals here, and I use this particular stone as my representative stone, as some of you know by now, and I'm just going to leave that to the side, okay, so you can see it there. And I'm going to grab these. By the way, if you're wondering what this crystal is on my hand, it is a green jasper. And actually I'm just going to try to pick these up just a second. Alright, okay, I've got these here. I'll bring my book back. Now I'm just focusing on I'm focusing on a message for us for the weekend. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the book like this. I'm going to try to get them all on the page for us. So I'm just closing my eyes. A message for us all. Okay, so you just alright, so look at this. Okay, can you see? Hopefully you can. I'll move this down a little bit. No, I won't. I'll just do it like this. I'm sure you can see better than I think you can. Okay, let me look. Okay, remembering this one here is our representative crystal, which means that the things that are close to it, in theory, would be happening soon, and then other things that are scattered have either taken place or are going to happen in the near future. So I'm just looking here, and obviously we've got them all really close together. So indeed, for this weekend, we are going to need, or we're going to have, a lot of support around us. There's so many things happening, and we know all about Orlando and what happened there, and the terrible things that people are going through and what they're feeling, and that's going to affect so many people for a long time. And this is why we need to imagine that there is a lot of support going to those people, and a lot of the angelic support again, and the spiritual realms are there by their side, holding them and cradling them through these experiences. And know that there are things that are happening that are not televised, all around the world as well, and we need to continue our thoughts of healing to this planet, to this globe, for everyone everywhere that's suffering in some way. So there's a real need to have that unconditional love. And I've even noticed this week, when I've been doing messages for people, people have been coming for readings from my website, and the biggest theme this week has been unconditional love. People need to love themselves and accept themselves no matter what, because otherwise things like that happen. That's happened in Orlando, for example. The person didn't like himself very much and has taken it out on all of these people who he feels are happier than he is. I'm sure there's other reasons and things but we need to feel at peace within ourselves. And this weekend is very much about reviewing where we've been, and where we've come from, and where we really want to go in the future, and our goals and our dreams. And it's about mapping those things out, and not procrastinating, because I'm feeling like a sense of urgency with all of this today. Like, now is the time that we need to gather all of our resources and start doing these things for ourselves, and not worrying so much about what other people might think or what other people are doing. Because in this life, you can only please yourself. You can't please other people, because there will always be someone with a opinion on what you're doing. And when I even first started coming online and doing videos and things online, I had so many friends that were my friends since I was a teen, and just deleted me and blocked me and things on Facebook, and won't even talk to me anymore, because I don't know why really, other than they were thinking to themselves, how come she can do that? You know, why is she doing that? And, you know, why would anyone listen to her, kind of thing? You know, and I don't know. I just don't get all of that. But it could have allowed me to stop what I was doing, you know, and it could have made me self-conscious, or, you know, made me think that there's something wrong with what I believe in. But at the end of the day, I'm still here, and I'm doing it because, you know, I really want to help you all. So there needs to be something in your life where, you know, you believe in it so much that nothing else matters. And for me, I believe in my spirituality and the freedom that should be there with it so much, and that I want you all to feel that same way in whatever you're doing in your life. And there should be freedom, again, for what we believe in. You know, whatever, we're just people at the end of the day. Whatever we believe in, it shouldn't be persecuted by anyone else or wiped out by anybody else. You know, we should just all concentrate on love, and that everyone's doing the best that they can, and, you know, remembering that we are far more greater than we ever give ourselves credit for. And all of these things are coming to the forefront for you this weekend. You know, you're really going to go through a contemplation time and a review time, and, you know, maybe people are leaving your life, maybe you're leaving people's lives, maybe new people are coming into it, maybe you're moving direction with work, and maybe you're considering your own business and getting it started. Maybe you're considering taking up something that, you know, you haven't done for a long time, and you're bringing it back to life in your life. But now is really the time to think about things seriously, and where you want to be, and your goals and your dreams. And it cannot matter what anybody else thinks of those things. It cannot matter, because they will always limit you then, you know, and we should be limitless. But, you know, we tend to listen to what other people say in the beginning until we gather enough strength. And the way that we gather strength and confidence is by accepting ourselves for who we are, completely accepting yourself. That in itself gives you the confidence that you need. I'm also feeling here, as I'm looking, that some people are getting some massive tune-ups with their own body and their abilities, and this is causing you to feel more connected than you have been before. So perhaps you've been having prophetic dreams, or you've just woken up with a knowing in your heart and in your mind. You've just you know, felt different within your own being, and you've been having these tune-ups because you've been asking for them. But with that comes great sensitivity to other people and other things, and you'll feel things more. So it also is about trust again, you know, trusting yourself, and enabling yourself to, you know, do the things that bring your heart joy. That's always part of your life purpose. It's not really how much money you make, or how successful you are, or how many people know who you are. It's all about that joy, because that is what has a ripple effect throughout the globe. Is the joy. Comes out through your feet chakras and goes everywhere you walk with you. So does misery. So we just need to focus on what we want, you know, and how we want to live, and you know, do it and be it ourselves, and that's the best way forward. So all of you, just take comfort in that there's a lot of support here for you always. They're very closely together, these particular crystals today. Just remember that there's nothing that you can't do. There's actually, I'll just put these down for a minute. There's nothing that you can't do. You know, other people are always going to have an opinion of you, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you feel, or no matter what you choose to do in your life. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like it, and it's whether you care or not. You know, if you care about other people's opinions, then you may use that to hold you back in your life. But if you don't, and if you trust in yourself, and you trust in, you know, your inner drive, and know that you're going to be supported and other people are going to come your way, then it doesn't matter, and you will have the most success, because you're never going to give up on that. So I hope that if you're feeling anxious, or you've been feeling nervous, or if you've been feeling all scattered all over the place, that you have a deep sense of closeness this weekend, and you focus on your goals and dreams, and you know, open yourself up to every possibility that could be there. Don't leave doors shut or make excuses for yourself. Just have a really good shake off, and you know, shake off all those bad vibes and things that have been around you. Cleanse and clear, you know, put up your protection in your aura, you know, imagining, as I said in one of my videos this week, a rose situated in your aura, which is like a beacon to the angelic realm to come to your rescue when you need it, or to cleanse and clear away any negative energy that's sitting in it or any attachments that's in it, and just keep your aura nice and cleansed so that you can get the light into your body and you can think straight, and you know, your body can function better as well on all levels. So I hope that this is a helpful video to you all. It was strange the way that the crystals laid themselves out there today. Remember that you can watch my video on how to do crystal readings. It's really easy. It's just a matter of trusting yourself to say what you need to say, and there you go. So until the next video, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to check me out on all social media at Divine Miracles, where there's daily card readings and things like that, and card choices for the weekend and everything. So I look forward to connecting with you sometime, and until the next video, it's goodbye for now. Bye everyone.